Aries, and welcome to your Astroflower reading for the, the 16th through to the 22nd of May. So this clips is just gone through. How did it affect you? If you want to know how we done on the readings on the clips, you're more than welcome to go down into our channel and you'll be able to discover that reading there. It'll be linked also at the end of this video. So, how you been doing? Have you managed to put plans into place for future sort of projects this week? Has it helped to sort of put things into place? Let's just have a quick look at your cards of last week. Sorry about this. Okay, yeah. So, for those of you who don't know anything about the Astroflower, please go down in the description below. There's loads of videos about the Astroflower, about the elements, the qualities, and the petal system that we use. I'd like to thank you for all the subscriptions that you've done and supporting this channel. It's been absolutely lovely. I really do appreciate that. It's been a really loving journey. So yeah, glad you're part of the Astroflower family. If you want to be part of the Astroflower family, it's not complicated. You just got to subscribe and click that bell and come and join us as well on Instagram. For those of you who know the Astroflower, this is what the score. This side here is to do with your relationships and families, your emotions, that sort of thing. And this side here is to do with your business, money, projects, jobs, that sort of thing, and finances. And this is the energy that's running through you, and this is how you combine the two sides together. So let's see what's going on here. Packet of swords on the relationship sides, and the relationship side last time, that's where the planning was coming into place of, I think, for last week. Usually that's about sort of a rite of passage. So basically, if you're doing the work, the universe is going to help you try and get across, by the sounds of it. This is it. If you don't put out, you don't get back. That's the way it works. Don't sit around waiting for it to just fall from the sky. And Aries, you don't. You're not that sort of person to sort of sit around and twiddle your thumbs generally. When you get the bee in your bonnet, you'll go ahead and do it. And if you do that, certainly on the relationship front, you're going to find that things just sort of fall into place a little bit easier for you than what it could be. Certainly on the karmic front, this is your karmic message here. If you're just reading the cards here, it's all about sort of clear thinking, rules, regulations, and understanding of where you've come from and what you've been through in order to get to where you are, which has created that rules and regulations within you. And Aries, you're very good at that sort of thing. So let's just go through the relationship side and let's see what's going on. Let's just see what the message is coming in from your karma and your karmic path and the universe. Let's just see what's going on there. It's like in a river sometimes, when you're going down a river in a canoe. If you've never been down a river in a canoe, maybe not an Aries sort of thing, but yeah, you may well like it. Yeah, so as you're going down the river, sometimes you just allow the river to take you along and you use your oars or your paddles just to sort of, as like a rudder to sort of guide you more than anything else. And I think this is what it's all about. It's a case of taking your foot off the accelerator and just allowing life and your relationships just to sort of like tick over nicely. And you just need to give gentle guidance. And the universe is going to help you out with that by the looks of things. Okay, let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic path on that sort of side. Solid growth. It's like when you planted a seed, you're not going to keep sort of digging around it all the time until it starts really growing. You might weed it once it's grown around it, but in the meantime, you got to encourage it to grow. You got to nurture it to grow, and this is what it seems like within your relationships. Could be with your friends, family, with lovers and etc. It's just a case your guides are trying to help you to realize that you've got to help it just to grow. Just give it a bit of love, not necessarily do some major interjections, just sort of like just simply help it to grow. Just be there And when I say be there, it doesn't necessarily mean be there physically, although that's good as well, but it's actually to be there within your spirit and not have your mind elsewhere. So this is what they says, look at that. 7 of Pentacles, straight up nurturing. Could you Adam and Eve it? So it is about nurturing these relationships this week, but in a way, it's not you who's doing the nurturing. The nurturing, it seems to be general, rather than you having to work like a donkey in order to get there in the relationships. It seems to be a beautiful give and take here, where it's auto, you know, that plant, that courgette that you planted up, the sun's going to take care of it. You just probably need to water it occasionally. This is what that sort of the guides are trying to help you to do, and it should be very relaxed by the looks of things. Let's see how the guides are trying to influence the conversation that's going on within you. That's going to allow you to move from one state of relationships to another. So it's almost as if this week is almost as if you're on the escalator, gradually going up to the next floor. And as you're going up, you should be sort of with that King of Swords. You should be looking up the escalator, kind of going, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want? I want that. I want that. I want things to be like that. That should be fun. That should be loving. That should be good with this person and that person, and that should help that other person to grow, and stuff like that. So it's really looking forward and planning for the future, which you've already done last week, but now it's a case of what's the bit I want? What's the beautiful thing, beautiful love that I want? Oh, 4 of Pentacles. So it's being wise how you spend your money. So being wise how you water your plants, basically. How you water this and nurture these relationships around you. And it's quite good to nurture relationships, because some relationships they're auto evolving, simply because that's, you know, you're in a good position with them. And sometimes a relationship needs a little bit of work, and other times it's good to sort of like not do all the relationships, to see whether that other person as well, or the other group of people, are willing to invest in the relationship as well, not just you. So this is this whole sort of like being wise, spending wisely. This is what I said, going up the escalator, you know, being wise and seeing what you want out of the thing. Okay, so seeing clearly. So it is a bit of an observation week on the relationship side. Very nice though, and it does seem like there's a lot of love and a lot of fair and beautiful exchange, which Aries, you will love. Let's have a look what's going on the business sort of side of things. You got the Chariot and the 5 of Pentacles. Now, a lot of people have been getting this 5 of Pentacles here. And if I do remember rightly, you had the 5 of Pentacles in this position here. So you've got cards that are actually sort of redressing backwards, as it were, towards your karmic path. And this was coming through you last week, and now it's manifesting on your karmic path this week. And it's coming in. It's a change that's going to be quite quick, and it doesn't necessarily, it can mean money loss. That's what it can be. That's the dark side of it. But the good side of it as well is the fact of doing things in a different way, and investing your time or money or resources in a different way in order to get something different back. You know, this person, if they realize there's the actual key to that door behind them, and they can open it up to brand new opportunities. So it's more of a case of as the changes come in really quickly, it's a case of really keeping an eye on what you want to sort of, how you want to do things in a different way. Let's just see what the message is coming in from that on your karmic path and the universe there. There seems to be opportunities that are gradually coming up on the horizon. And as they're coming up on the horizon, it means that you might need to spend a little bit of your reserves until they get there. And I think that's what that is all about. And I shouldn't be worried about spending a little bit of your reserve. And this could be financial, because it's like investing in the future. It's like investing in a business. When you invest in something, you put money into it. It's money, in theory, lost until you start getting the returns from it. And this is what seems to be coming in quite quickly, where you're going to realize that this week, just looking up, just in your job, in your business, where you can look up and you can realize that, oh, that person's thinking about leaving, that person's going to leave that job. That could be a step up for me there. That case, I've got to bide my time, work a little bit, work a little bit, a few more hours just to sort of raise my profile. That's the investment that you do from your side. You're going to lose a little bit, but in the long run, it's looking to actually go forward and go into a better job. It's the same with the business as well. As the changes come in around us in society, you may need to invest a little bit in your business in order to sort of grow your product lines and etc. Okay, and then that will give you better returns. Let's just see how the guides are trying to influence that karmic path. They're trying to provide the necessities that you need in order to progress within your financial world. And this doesn't necessarily mean a new job. This doesn't necessarily mean opening a business. This could also mean, say, like finding a job that you can actually have a bit of money that you can put aside to use to go traveling, where you're going to discover a thing about yourself that then from there on in, then you're going to realize, oh, it's this job I should be doing in order to be happy in my life. There's many ways in which it's sort of progressive. It's not just one way sort of thing. And King of Cups, so serenity with it. And I think these opportunities that they're bringing into you, the resources they're bringing into you, will make you feel a lot more secure, almost supported by the universe around you. And it seems like that this way, this at the moment, you've got a lot of people playing for you, a lot of people playing in your camp, on your side. So, yeah, there's a lot of things coming your way, looking really nice for you, actually. Okay, let's see what the guides are sort of like influencing that conversation. These are the sort of things that may come up and crop up in your subconscious, as it were. And as we're sitting there, taking it easy, it may come to the forefront of our thinking. So let's just see how they're trying to sort of guide you in this sort of way. Hold your nerve. That's the question there. Okay, marrying the body, mind and spirit. So holding your nerve is that idea of if you want something, don't settle for second best. That's what it is. And it's marrying those sides, where marrying work and play. So they're also trying to encourage this idea of staying true to the values of what you do, and the values of pleasure in life, and the pleasure of working as well, and doing your chosen profession to its best degree, which you often will do. And it will marry those sort of two sides of satisfaction in the way of material world, but also satisfaction in the way of spirit, in regards to sort of pleasure and stuff, and pleasure and emotions. Okay, so it's really trying to it's really setting up a very, very balanced ship for you after the last couple of weeks were maybe been a little bit sort of like choppy. Let's just see how you combine these sort of two together. Okay. Don't be afraid to enjoy life and smile and be happy, and to be completely at one with yourself. Okay? I think that would be really good. 6 of Pentacles. This fair exchange, I talked about this earlier on this side. This fair exchange of where you got natural growth within your relationships. It seems like there's a natural growth within your business side as well. And these two now are starting to get in harmonious progression, as it were. And it looks really nice. It looks really good, and you'll like that. You'll enjoy that fair exchange. So there's a real value to work done and work paid for. And as much as you paying for it, as much as being paid for it. And I think you're going to be very satisfied or have a great feeling, sensation of satisfaction this week. Or you can have a great feeling of satisfaction this week. Let's just see what the energy that's running through you. It's a lot quicker though. I think this ties in with that. It's once it tips over like that wave, you can see it coming forward, and you're sitting on that surfboard. It's easy going. You know, you're waiting. You can see that wave. You turn it around, and you start paddling. But it's like you can almost see a wave that's coming from a long way away, and you kind of think that's going to be big, and it's going to ask you to reposition yourself. So, Three of Swords. So, it's, you know, that could be like if you were to read it straight off the bat, you'd say that's a, you know, split up with a relationship or heartache and stuff. That's the interpretation that we give from it. But because it's like sort of repositioning yourself, it may tug on your heart a little bit. Tug on your heart. Let's just say, I think it's going to make it exhilarating your heart. And obviously, when you start a project, or when you start doing things, and when things start flowing through you a lot quicker, and you get exhilarated, you can get wiped out on a wave. It's not the end of the world. It never is, Aries. It never is the end of the world. But this is a case of just sort of, it's a learning curve here as well, of learning how to manage your stress, I think, this coming up over the next few weeks. And it could be a good stress of kind of going, wow, we're doing really well, doing really well. It could also be that sort of stress. So it's a case of, I think more than anything else, it's more of a case of learning to, manage your stress, basically. Okay, so there you go, Aries. I hope you did enjoy that. I hope it's going to help you for next week. Don't forget, there is loads of links in the description below. I think your book is also linked down there that you can get from our shop, and also for the Instagram, and our sister channel with Cymatic TV, where we do the energy updates and the messages from the earth. If you're not part of the Astroflower family, it's not complicated. Just need to subscribe and click that bell. It'd be lovely to see you here again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.